Good YouTube, Quinn Wade coming to y'all with that instant play-in analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there forever, of course. And we're gonna talk about the Sixers. Ended up beating the Magic. I got this one wrong for the first time in the play-in so far. Sixers beat them 109 to 97. Orlando and them was close. They kept it interesting. They kept it entertaining. And then the Sixers was able to get away from them by the end of the game and was able to win it. Magic go to the eighth seed, and they still have a chance to make the playoffs. They just gotta win against the Hornets. If they do, then they'll play the Pistons. And if they don't, then the Hornets will, and their season will be over. While the Sixers got to play my Celtics. I got that video coming up next after this one, so stay tuned and stay ready for that. And of course, you need to comment, like, subscribe, and share to get it when it first come out. Other than that, Philly, they won the first quarter 28 to 24. It was 31 to 31 in the second, 20 to 19 Philly in the third, and then they won the fourth quarter 30 to 23 to beat the Magic by 12. Paulo Banchero. He took 22 shots, only made 7 of them. He was doing a lot of pull-ups, was trying to score in the paint, was trying to score with fadeaways, but he only went 7 of 22. He missed a whole lot of shots. He missed too many, and if he would have made half of them, they would have been in a way better position, but it wasn't meant to be in this one. He also missed every single three. He went 0 of 5 from 3. He did, though, go 4 of 6 from the free throw line, but he usually gets to the free throw line way more than he did in this game. But it is what it is. The Sixers, they knew what to expect. They knew what to do. They knew how to guard him. They knew how to, what they can give to him in a defensive way. And it ended up working out perfectly for them. 5 rebounds, 4 assists. He did have 6 turnovers. He was trying to do a little bit too much in certain situations. And sometimes he was just dribbling just to find a shot. And they was able to get him. Paul George is a solid defender when he's really locked in. Other than that, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and a minus 17 and plus minus. Franz played 29 minutes. He had 12 points. He went 5 of 11 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. You wanted more from him, but obviously he could never really get it going. He didn't really see too many advantages, so he just had an okay game offensively. He did have 4 rebounds and 3 assists. He has the size. He has the ability to get to where he wants sometimes, and that does lead to other guys getting open. He just has to make the pass. He had no turnovers, so it worked. But he did have 4 personal fouls. That was the most on the team, and he only played 29 minutes. He also had 1 offensive board out of the 4 and was a +1 and plus minus. Wendell Carter Jr. played 32 minutes. He had 5 points. He went 1 of 7 from the field, 0 of 2 from 3, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. He missed every single shot besides the free throws that he made. And that's something that you didn't want to see, and you knew that you probably wouldn't have it happen, but they just ended up making things tough on Wendell. And he was rushing and trying to get shots off. He just didn't get them off clean enough. And at the end of the day, he didn't really make any, even if he was wide open. But he did have 11 boards. That was the most on the team. He had 1 assist, no turnovers. He also had a steal and 2 blocks. He tried to do other things, which is still needed to stay in the game, and they was in it from some parts of the game, even in the fourth quarter. But he did have 4 offensive boards out of 11. 2 personal fouls, was a minus 14 and plus minus. Desmond Bane played 40 minutes. He ended up getting 34 points. It ended up being the most on the team. He went 10 of 16 from the field, 4 of 6 from 3. 10 of 11 from the free throw line. He was really the guy that was carrying them a lot through the game, just getting to the basket, trying to find teammates, trying to make shots, trying to get open to make shots and get into the free throw line, because he was able to break down the defense and get to a situation where he ended up getting an advantage over the defender, so they had to foul him, or they felt like they needed to make a play. Since they couldn't get it off cleanly, sometimes it was a foul, but they still did force him into 5 turnovers in this game. He also finished with only 3 assists. He did have 3 rebounds. He also had a block and 3 personal fouls, and was a minus 11 and plus minus. By the Sixers giving them threes sometimes throughout this game, and the fact that the Magic was trying to find them and trying to shoot them at some points and couldn't really make them, that just put them in the casket in this one. And then you got to look at the fact that Jalen Suggs went 1 of 6 from 3, but he also finished 1 of 9 from the field. His only shot was a wide open three. And other than that, he missed everything. So if Paulo not on, Wendell not on, Suggs not on, you in a tough situation when they're playing the amount of minutes and taking shots and ain't making anything. And then you look at the turnovers and the fact that they didn't eat as well from the free throw line besides Bane. But other than that, one free throw made by Suggs, so he finished with 4 points in 37 minutes. That's real low. He also had 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 turnover, and 3 steals. He had the most steals on the team. You know he can do that, but it didn't really matter at the end of the day. In this one, 3 personal fouls and was a minus 14 and plus minus. Everybody off the bench ended up scoring. They was led by Anthony Black, who had played the most minutes off the bench, which was 22. He had 13 points and shot 4 of 8 from the field, 1 of 4 from three, 4 of 7 from the free throw line. He did have the most rebounds off the bench, which was 6. He also had the most assists, which was 3. He also had 1 turnover. He also had 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a minus 2 in plus minus. Goga Batadze played 15 minutes. He scored in the paint, but it was only once. He did have 2 rebounds. They all was offensive. He had no turnovers in the steal. 2 personal fouls and was a plus 2 in plus minus. Tristan Da Silva, 14 minutes, 4 points. He made every shot that he took. But he also had 2 rebounds. He did get a turnover, but he had no personal foul and was a plus 2 and plus minus. And Jamal Cain was able to hit a 3 and finish around the basket. He finished 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3 for 5 points. He had 2 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers, 1 personal foul and was a minus 7 and plus minus. And then you look at the Sixers. We knew that they had the ability to match up well against the Magic, and we knew that the Magic defense should be able to help them stay in the game. But by them not really being able to shoot, especially from the perimeter, they kind of beat themselves. And the Sixers just said, we got to just continue to see if they're going to take it and make it. If they not, we just going to try to play our game and get out in transition, take some tough ones. I feel like they made some tough shots in this game, and they had to, but they did it better than the Magic, and they also did make some better defensive adjustments and some better defensive things happen for them because they wanted it a little bit more, and it ended up opening up opportunities for them to score a little bit more easier too, throughout the game. Paul George, he played 36 minutes. He had 16 points. He didn't shoot the ball that great. He went 6 of 16 from the field. A lot of the times he was trying to create his own shot, and he also went 1 of 6 from 3. So the jump shot, if it's not really going for him, then he kind of get neutralized a little bit because you don't really care if he drives that much because he's not probably going to finish or get a good look, or he's probably going to get turned over. But if he settles for the jump shot, you're not going to complain about it too much. And this game is a little bit of proof of that. You just want to contest it, and if he makes it, he makes it. If he don't, you're happy with it. You just got to close out the board. Other than that, 3 or 4 from the free throw line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists. He is a good playmaker for his position. He had no turnovers. He knew what he wanted to do when he had the ball. That's important as a ball handler. He also had 2 steals, and it was really good to be doing it. He got some good clean ones, but he did also commit 4 personal fouls, so it always wasn't easy. And it was a plus 16 and plus minus. Bona played 16 minutes. He had 2 points because he went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He did miss his only shot, but he did have 3 blocks, and they did need that throughout the game. He also had 3 rebounds, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal foul, was a plus 3 and plus minus. Kelly Oubre Jr., 40 minutes. He had 19 points. He went 6 of 12 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3. He was able to make the wide open threes, and that's something that you have to be happy that he did. Obviously, the rebounds and trying to play defense throughout the game helps too. 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 6 of 12 from the field, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, a steal, 3 personal fouls, and a plus 19 for Kelly. And then Tyrese Maxey, he settled for some tough shots in this game, and some he did make. It is what it is. 31 points, 11 of 25 from the field, 3 of 9 from 3, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Just really, really good attack mentality. Get to the basket, get to the floater, pull up, step back. He had all the moves going. He ended up taking the most shots on the team. Nobody really can score as well as him. And he was able to really step up even in clutch moments, even though he missed some shots too. But 2 rebounds, 6 assists. 6 assists led the team. He found guys when he could. Other than that, he was trying to make plays for himself. He did have 3 turnovers, one still in the block, 3 personal fouls, and was a plus 11 and plus minus. VJ Edgecombe, 42 minutes, 19 points, 7 to 16 from the field, 1 to 5 from three, 4 or 5 from the free throw line. Good mid range. He drived a little bit. The 3-point shot really wasn't there for him, but he still was able to hit the other shots anyway. And then he had 11 boards, so he finished with a double double. And then he had 1 assist, 4 turnovers, 1 steal, and 4 personal fouls, and was a plus 11 and plus minus. Got caught up a couple times since he did, and ended up costing them some possessions. And then Dominic Barlow kept finding himself in the right spots. Then he finished 2 of 4 from the field, missed his only 3, but he still had 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 turnovers, and a block. 2 offensive rebounds. The worst thing he did was get 5 personal fouls in 10 minutes. But since it actually happened, I got to point that out. He was a -6 and plus minus. And then Andre Drummond in 31 minutes, which was the most off the bench, he had 14 points. He went 5 of 8 from the field, 2 of 3 from the 3-point line, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He was able to grab 10 boards. So he finished with a double-double. And that's all you can really ask him to do is be efficient and just go out there and compete. He had 3 steals, 3 blocks. So he really brought it and really showed that I'm going to go out there and play as hard as I can and make things happen. He had 2 assists, no turnovers, 3 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls, was a plus 9 and plus minus. And then Quentin Grimes, 22 minutes, he had 4 points. He went 1 of 3 from the field. He missed his only 3. He went 2 of 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers, 1 block, 1 offensive rebound, 3 personal fouls, and was a -3 and plus minus. Didn't really give you the scoring that you wanted, but he also took a small amount of shots. He still helped on the rebounds. He still tried to compete defensively and try to make plays, and he didn't really do too many things bad for you besides also getting those personal fouls, which is a lot, and that's 3 of them, like I said before. Other than that, 85 field goals for the Sixers, 45% for them. 81 for the Magic, they shot 41%. 35 threes for the Sixers, they shot 34%. 27 for the Magic, they shot 26%. 25 free throws for the Sixers, they shot 84%. 31 for the Magic, they shot 77%. 41 for the Magic rebound wise, 40 for the Sixers. The Sixers did have 17 assists while the Magic had 19. 11 turnovers for the Sixers, 14 for the Magic. 8 steals for the Sixers, 5 for the Magic. 9 blocks for the Sixers, 4 for the Magic. 7 offensive rebounds for the Sixers, 9 for the Magic. 33 defensive rebounds for the Sixers, 32 for the Magic. And then 27 personal fouls for the Sixers, 21 for the Magic. And it ended up being a good game. The Magic, they kept themselves in it. They gave themselves a good chance to be able to win it when the fourth quarter started. Shots just didn't fall. Defense just wasn't there sometimes. And you just got to give credit to the Sixers for being able to play theirs a little bit better defensively and also just having better shot making. They took some tough ones. They lived with it sometimes, and it worked out for them here and there. They just was able to score a little bit better, got some stops when it mattered a little bit more. And that's all you need to do sometimes in the fourth quarter to be able to win. But the Sixers had confidence the whole game. They was playing hard the whole game, and they showed you that they're going to do what it takes to be able to win this one. I wanted to say they was going to win this one, but I just feel like they wasn't going to do a lot of these things. But they proved me wrong, and they got the win. They lock in against my Celtics. And other than that, y'all stay blessed up. Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for checking out the channel. Thank for y'all that been there for a while and from the beginning for the love and the support. Other than that, see y'all later today. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace.